Hey guys, it's Nick Bosco. It's been a couple days since UFC 208, so I thought I'd just come on here, make a little video about my reaction to the whole fight and the card and everything. I'm sure you guys have heard some negative comments about this card. I have to say it was pretty disappointing. A lot of things about it were pretty disappointing. There were some good things. I'll start off talking about some of the good things. The production of the event was put it's the first time in Brooklyn, the first time at the Barclays Center. The Barclays Center is beautiful. Everything inside was great. The screens were great. The music was great. I think the production, everything about it was really well done. The animation of the screen when the fighters were coming out, the special effects, really, really well done. Dustin Poirier versus Jim Miller, the fight of the night. Definitely the best fight on that card. Those guys really went at it, put their all into it. They both really wanted to win that fight. I wish they both could have won because they really, really put their all into that fight. Really great competitors. What else? Jacare Souza. He should have won that fight against Tim Bosch. Tim Bosch much lower ranked than he is, much lower skills than he is. The way he finished that fight was amazing. That's exactly what he needs to do. I was at the fight, so I couldn't hear the commentary, but I've heard a lot of people saying that 3 men in the booth, way too much. Too many people talking over each other. They were giving their opinions on the fight too much. I don't know, I didn't hear it. I have to go back and maybe watch that and listen to the commentary some more, but some of the bad things about this fight was so many decisions, I should say. One fight went for a finish. It was so long. And in New York, it's like the main card didn't start till a little after 10, I think. It was like more like 10:30 almost. And every single fight went to a decision except for one. The amount of people leaving the fight before the main event was insane. I could not believe, the main event was just about to come on. People could not get out of the arena fast enough. I don't know if it was because of mass transit. I know that a lot of trains stopped running at around 1:30, 1:50 in the morning. People are trying to get on the trains. I know they did add a couple extra trains. They turned 5 into a 2 to take you back up to Manhattan, uptown to Manhattan at 2 o'clock in the morning. I know they added some things. Maybe people didn't know that. They're trying to get out of there. Or maybe they were just done with it. I know there was so many booing. I could not believe it. Every time the fighters went to the ground, they booed. Do you know where you are? You're at a UFC fight. You're not in a boxing match. Let them go to the ground. The co-main event, Anderson Silva versus Derek Brunson. As I was watching the fight there, I thought it was pretty well matched. I thought Anderson Silva landed a few shots, although I was surprised. It didn't look like there was much behind those shots. It was like he was hitting them, but there was no power behind it. I think the decision should have gone to Derek Brunson. After rewatching the fight, I'm positive that the decision should have gone to Derek Brunson. Anderson Silva's post-fight speech, I thought he was going to retire, honestly. The way that was going, I was like, oh my god, Anderson Silva's going to retire right now. But no, he didn't. He was just overcome with emotion fighting in New York for the first time, something he's been looking forward to a lot. A lot of the preliminary fights, just nobody, it was just grinding, a lot of clinching. I couldn't believe that nobody would get a finish and the whole preliminary card. The main event obviously did not go the way people thought it was going to. With Jermaine Durandamy, with those late punches after the bell twice. When I was there, it was really hard to tell. It's you really couldn't tell that they were after the bell. But going back and watching it again, definitely, I think a point should have been taken off immediately. Dana White's comments after the fight, when he basically is this is the best part of his night was the plane ride home. I find that to be very surprising that he would even say that, even if it's true. You know, you're the president of the company. You think you'd want to oh yeah, it didn't go the way we planned. It wasn't as exciting as we thought it was going to be, but kind of make it seem you're happy with it. At one point in the night, the next section over for me, there was 2 people fighting in the crowd, And there were more people watching that fight than there was watching the Octagon at that point. I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, where am I? It's like the Twilight Zone. I know there's a lot of problems with fighting in New York. This, it's a learning experience. The refs that are out of New York don't have as much experience. And as Dana White said, they probably shouldn't have been reffing the main event. Should have been like E. Levine. He was there. He could have done it. But New York State Athletic Commission said that they gave the UFC the lineup of the refs who had which assignment, and they didn't say anything beforehand. They could have changed it beforehand, but they didn't say anything. And then, of course, afterwards, when it doesn't go the way they want, that's when they start complaining that they wanted to change it. So all in all, not the best night of fights, but it happened. I had fun. I had a great time. Thanks for everybody who came out and said hi to me while I was there. It was nice meeting you guys, and looking forward to the next fight that I can go to. Probably not going to get to Buffalo, but I'll be covering it for MMA Latest News and Fansided, so follow me on Twitter at NickBoss, NIKBOS. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on YouTube, subscribe if you can. I really appreciate it. If you guys have any comments or questions, hit me up on Twitter or hit me up on here, and I'll be happy to answer them. All right, thank you so much, guys. Bye.